Hello, welcome to another episode of Sold with a Love, where we explore that love is safe. And if it's not safe, it's not love. We're going to have like a few episodes with Adam and Andrea because I want to help people believe that love is a safe thing to have. Can be so out of control when we don't understand love, when infatuation starts. In the beginning, when we meet someone, it's like, like in the movies, it's all so intense. It's like, okay, can you tell what was it like for you when you first started?
Well, we actually met about 4 years before we started dating, and I was immediately
Attracted?
attracted. I fell for her pretty hard, um, but there was distance between us, and it wasn't the right time. And then 4 years later, it was still there, and that's when we started dating. So I was pretty infatuated off the bat.
Yeah, and I was too, because I finally saw him. Yeah, I saw him for who he was, so I got obsessed a little bit.
And that's one of the things I really want to help people understand, is like this obsession, this intensity that's there in the beginning. I think it's actually biology, because without this obsession, most of the time we wouldn't get together. Like, has to be so intense that we'll let go of any fears because we got to have this person. And it's like, so describe, like, how did it show for you, like this obsession? Like, what was it like?
Well,
Would you text him all the time, or check like how long is he taking to answer my text, or what was it like?
Well, I think before we started dating, it was just a matter of any chance I got to see her, parties that I knew she was going to be at, or reasons, find the common roommate just as an excuse to go over to the house.
yeah, and then when we started dating, just wanting to spend all our time together. We lived together, so that wasn't hard. And I think even before we started dating, it was something I couldn't ignore anymore because the energy was so intense, and that's when I had to say, okay, I need to talk to him. I couldn't ignore it anymore.
So there was this energy. So what would you say is the difference now, and how you feel with each other after having done this work and when in the beginning? What is it like? What's the difference?
It's calmer now. It's more peaceful. It feels like you don't have to rush it, or you don't need to have it all right now really fast all the time, because it feels like we have the whole life to have together. We have all of the time. It doesn't feel like there's reduced desperation. Significantly reduced desperation.
And yet it's also deeper
Yes.
than it ever was at the beginning. Being out of the infatuation and into the love, I feel more than I did back then.
Yes.
So what would you say were the biggest conflicts? Like when you first start, like at first it's all, everything is like in a fairy tale. So what were the biggest conflict? When did you decide, okay, we gotta go see Lise because this is not going so well anymore? What were the conflicts?
I think one of the big ones was honesty. Telling the truth, and no matter if you know it's going to hurt them or not, just being completely honest with each other.
And the reason we're afraid often of being honest is, what if I say the truth and then they abandon me? But when they don't abandon you, you go, well, maybe they love me. And that's how we create true intimacy. This is how we create safety in a relationship, when we have the right to be authentic, when we have the right to show you know, our warts and alls. Like, you know, we all have our fears and our pain and the not so nice times where we're not so nice to be hanging around. And when we are able to be conscious, this is what I love. Like, they come and see me and then like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a good one because this has been going on. But you know, often it's as often it's the woman that, you know, wants to do the work. Also, although there are men who want to do the work, and then like, this is gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
But then you're able to laugh at it. And like the number of times we laugh, like it's really intense, but you're also able to be on the outside looking in because you go, it's gonna be a story because it's just a conditioned response. The reason we're going like, wow, it's like a big explosion. It's not because there's anything really wrong. The more you do the work, the less you're afraid of doing it because you just know, we just need to get rid of this story.
Yeah.
It's going to feel so much better when we do this story. So what other kind of reasons why you felt the conflicts?
Being annoyed about certain things and blaming him, but then we also know that it's both of us, but we can't put our finger on what it actually is or how to resolve that thing. So we're bickering about the same thing.
Yeah, it's really about the toothpaste on the sink.
Yeah.
It's really, really about that. It's actually because
It's not just the ketchup.
No, exactly. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. And I'm always the one that's blaming him. I'll say that. So,
but
yeah.
you're also the one who can own it.
Yeah.
Like this is what's beautiful about you. You come in, you go, all right, I know it's going to be about me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's beautiful to see it. But at the same time, we can see is that your stories are perfect for her stories. And through working through the stories together by her shifting, it's shifting you. She's able to bring to the forefront the stories that you have, that, like you said, like you wouldn't even be aware that were there.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening where you felt like, the relationship might not survive? What was going on? Why was it so intense at that moment?
I think the fear and not knowing if we would be able to handle the emotions or get through it, or if the work was going to be done. So I think once we came here and we started doing the work, that was the moment where we knew, okay, we can get through this. Yes, it's going to be intense. Yes, there's going to be a lot of things that we'll have to work through and address and face, and it's going to be uncomfortable, but now we have the answer. We just have to do it. We just have to commit to it. So, and we did that, and here we are. So
what would you tell someone who thinks like, we've been together, but I think it's the end of it? What would you recommend they do before they end it?
Do the work first, because you probably think it's over when you just haven't even touched the root of why you're feeling this way. Don't leave a relationship that has even a spark of hope or potential without getting completely neutral first. Like, deal with all the emotions and then make a decision once you're through it. But there's probably quite a bit of work to do before you'll get there. So
I remember I had this woman come to see me once. She was an older woman, and she sat in front of me and she goes, I'm on the verge of my 4th divorce. And there's one constant. Me. Wherever we go, here we are. That's why it's so important to take the time to do the work, because, again, I'm going to use my famous yin and yang. There's always a perfect balance in our life. Like, if we stay in our comfort zone, but we don't do the work, then we end up having conflicts. We're unhappy. It's not going the way we want. Or you challenge yourself, you do the work, and then you have a blissful relationship. You will not escape support and challenges. Either you do the work and get the bliss, or stay in your comfort zone and be miserable. So This is it for this segment right now. And remember that love is safe. And if it's not safe, it's not love. And if you want to find out, if you want to get into it with us, I created something called Love is Safe Starter Kit. You can just download it. It's $7. It will get you into the understanding of why the subconscious mind can actually be the reason why you're having challenges with relationship. Bye for now.
Bye.